1 week early told me that mesalamine stopped working. You still have high calprotectins. So we are going to get into biologics.
Carolina, thank you so much for joining me today to discuss your massive experience with IBD. So happy you're here. Can you?
Super happy to. Thank you.
Yeah, super happy for you. Thanks for having the courage to be here and share with the world what's possible. Can you first let us know, what were you diagnosed with? How long ago? And what was that experience like for you and your family?
I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis 2.5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So my experience wasn't that bad. I never get into an hospital or something like that, but it never improved with medicines. I have bloody stool every single day. I have urgency and some symptoms are out of the gut. For example, my eyes got inflamed sometimes. I have a skin reaction sometimes. Also, go ahead.
And this was going on for 2 years.
Yes, for
And you were
2 years.
taking you're taking strong medications, steroids, 5-ASA
Yes,
inhibitors.
I have the highest doses of mesalazine possible.
And it wasn't doing the job. And that was the same for me. I think that was the same for Coach Arman. So everyone knows, where are you from, Carolina?
Oh, I'm from Colombia and I live in Bogota.
You live in Bogota. Okay. And so you live in Colombia, or Bogota, Colombia, and then obviously English is your second language. And so I love this because coming from different parts of the world, a Latin American world, and being able to be here and get results. And I know one of the things of why we had you work with Coach Arman, because Coach Arman also speaks Spanish. ¿Entiendes, huh? Yes. Okay.
That's right.
Entiendo.
Yes. So I'm terrible at Spanish, but you guys, just a side note, you guys did all of this work together to build your plan and help you through the S.H.I.E.L.D program in Spanish.
Yes, that's right.
Correct.
Wow.
At the beginning, I was a little bit, let's say, scared because as English is not my first language, I thought, I don't know if I'm going to get everything out of this program because it's not my first language. When I realized that Arman speaks Spanish, I was like, this is perfect. Like, this is perfect for me. Yes.
And I know a lot of people out there around the world really, wonder the same thing. And we do have different speaking language coaches around the world. So that can be really interesting. But let's get back to your case. You started last August in 2024. It is now the summer of 2025. So it's been not a year yet, but almost. And you were having 8 to 10 bowel movements a day, lots of blood, lots of mucus, tons of urgency, couldn't leave the house, diarrhea, undigested food in the stool, bloating, cramping, pain, classically severe ulcerative colitis, very similar to Coach Arman, what he had, very similar to what I had, like almost to the T. Very, very low energy also, big problem, acne, hair loss, some joint pains, as you were saying, eye inflammation. I mean, you were going through it. What made you start thinking, I might look into this holistic alternative medicine route, after going to the doctors and dealing with this for 2 years? I mean, what gave you the courage?
I think it's a funny story because at the beginning, doctors never say how this is about. Like, have your medicines and everything I learned about ulcerative colitis, I do it by my own. But at the beginning, I thought this is just a momentary thing. I'm going to take the medicine for 3 months and everything is going to be over. Those 3 months pass, another 3 months, and I never get better. I was stuck in the same stage. And eventually, my GI specialist told me, like, oh, yes, this is your life. You need to get used to it. Wow. So my first thought was, I'm going to try to live with this in the best way.
Yeah.
And I bought a book. I really don't remember the name.
You bought a book on healing? Yeah.
It wasn't on healing. It wasn't like tricks and hacks on ulcerative colitis.
How to live with this. Yeah. How to live with this. Okay.
But the book scared me, it scared me a lot because it was like, don't worry, embrace diapers. They are going to be your best friend. And I was like, this is going to be my life?
Oh
no.
My God, what trauma. That would have traumatized me too. When I started looking at hacks for healing ulcerative colitis, I was very scared and very depressed as well. And
Yes.
everyone out there listening, it's not the end. We promise. All three of us were diagnosed with severe ulcerative colitis. We all had 10, 20, 25 bloody. Everyone you're listening on this call right now has been in your shoes, and we all have gotten out of it. All three of us. You can do this. Okay. And if you want to even consider what Carolina did, all she did is go right below, click a link, schedule a free IBD session. And if you connect with Arman, you either work with Arman, you just tell our team, hey, I want to work with Coach Arman. We're going to make it happen for you. Okay. So it's not the end. But Carolina, You're reading about diapers in a book. You're freaking out.
Yes.
How did you come to consider the S.H.I.E.L.D program and all? And this could be scary in the beginning.
So I read about the diapers, and I was like, no, I'm not going to settle for that.
Yeah.
So I'm starting doing the research, and at the beginning I was like, okay, I'm going to do it by my own. I'm going to do the research, but eventually I realized that this process is going to be slow and it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah.
If I do it by my own, because there is so much information that may not be useful. Because I don't know if, for example, in the United States there is something like that, but here in Colombia there are like a doctor title that is called functional doctor, and are doctors that yes, that try to regulate the body when you have like a really weird disease. But then I realized that they are not a specialist in ulcerative colitis, Crohn disease. It's like it is going to take me much of trial and error, and it's going to be more expensive.
Yes.
So at one moment I say, no, I'm going to hire a specialist that already walk through the path, learn, and I'm going to learn from their errors.
Yeah.
So that's why I ended up looking for you. I wasn't pressuring myself to make the decision, because here in Colombia is a lot of money. The program is a lot of money here. So I say, I'm going to explore everything that is free, and happily using those resources, I realized that this is the best option. And it was scare free, because I already know, because I get to know the team, everything. So for me it was a no-brainer. Like I love
that. And how many of these testimonies did you watch before you considered joining the program?
I mean, not all that you have there.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, we have hundreds of these things. But you watched a few, and so they were helpful in inspiring you.
Yes. But
did you ever feel like you could be one?
Something that I really like was talking with Lindsay.
Yes.
And having the opportunity to talk with someone that was also diagnosed. It was really good, because I feel like they know about it.
Actually, I was Lindsay's coach about 6 years ago. And so, Lindsay's now one of the support specialist guys that you can do your complimentary session. She also has worked with Jeannie Patel. Amazing things. So you come and you had all these symptoms. You start work with Coach Arman. This is last year. And what are your symptoms now?
No symptoms. I have no symptoms. And I want to say something. I believe that I have even better gut health than my friends.
Wow.
We were talking about gut health. Yes.
You're healthier than the healthy.
That I have. Yes, I believe. I'm pretty sure of that.
I mean, so you're having 1 to 2 bowel movements a day.
1
to 2, no blood, no mucus, no urgency, no diarrhea, no undigested food in the stool, no bloating, no cramping and pain, no bowel movements in the night, joint pain's gone, acne's gone, hair loss is gone. And you started
everything gone.
You started extremely low energy, 2 out of 10. What would you say your energy is now? 10 being a full tank of gas.
I'm in a 10.
9, 10, great energy, right? Because... Yeah. Energy's hard to say. Great energy, got all your energy back. You're no longer anemic. Your blood work looks great. You're using a little bit of mesalamine just in case, and you're at half dose of when you started.
Yes. And I'm not doing, because it's not that I don't feel safe cutting the mesalamine. It's just like I want to go slow. I've been sick for 2 years. For me, there is no rush.
And that's our advice to everyone, guys. We are not anti-medication. I just told Carolina before we started this, stay chill. It's okay to use mesalamine. Talk to your doctor. Get a good 6 months, a year under your belt of feeling really great. and slowly consider and replace it with some natural therapies if you do ever come off. How important was it for you to have a one-on-one coach in the program, whether it's Spanish speaking or not? How important was it to coach to help build your plan for you?
It was 100% important. I wanted to tell a story. When I decided to buy the program, my GI specialist 1 week early told me that anything mesalamine stopped working. You still have high calprotectins.
It's not
so
working.
we are going. So we are going to get into biologics.
Yes.
So he told me, I'm going to prescribe all the tests that you need to do so you can start on biologics. And told me in 15 days, just 2 weeks, I'm going to make you a colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
So I started the program the same day that the doctor told me that.
Yes.
So I have 15 days to show him that I can do it without biologics. I started the defensive diet.
Yeah.
And in 15 days in my colonoscopy, the doctor was like, you don't have major inflammation. I'm going to stop this idea of you taking biologics. Let's stay with mesalamine more time. So for me, it was really important,
That's crazy fast. Because you weren't even able to get the whole protocol probably until 7 to 10 days in. And so you just started a lot of the plan we built, but that's also to show the value of like when you just started with the simple strategies that we built for you, you got massive symptom relief because you were having 8, 10 bloody, urgent, mucusy bowel movements every single day, 14 days prior. How quickly did you see symptom relief when you started the S.H.I.E.L.D. program?
This first 15 days wasn't everything. It just helped me to convince my doctor to do not put me on biologics.
In the first 2 weeks, it looks like when I look at your notes, you went from 7 to 10, 8 to 10 bowel movements a day within about 2 to 3 weeks to 2 to 4. Your blood reduced.
Yes.
Your urgency reduced drastically when the bowel movements dropped. Your loose stool reduced drastically. And then your blood were reduced, but it kind of held on until December, where you finally got rid of it. Bloating was also highly reduced. Bloating and cramping and pain were highly reduced in the first 2 or 3 weeks.
Yes, the first 3 weeks were crucial. So stabilize myself, like, okay.
Stabilize your health. Yes.
Yes. So, but then I was thinking like, yes, I need to be patient. I want to get rid of the blood right now. But when in December, I was on a travel, I was in Japan. During the travel, I stopped seeing the blood. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really powerful because I'm on a travel, I'm eating out of my home.
And we all react more on airplanes and hotels and no food.
And tired, stress, everything. And by the end of January, I wasn't totally blood free.
This is fantastic. I mean, I don't know if everyone really understood the value of that. I mean, Coach Arman, you obviously did wonders for her here. Like she's traveling, you got massive results within the first 14, 17 days. The doctor was even perturbed by the successes. I mean, Carolina, your successes, it gives us all hope on what's possible. Everyone out there also realize that this is not guaranteed. This is hard to do. We do not have a McDonald's drive-thru of reversing incurable disease. This is all we do every single day, and we are specialists at this. And to see what's possible with Carolina, it's really amazing, and I'm very grateful she had the courage to come in and do this, especially in Colombia with the currencies and it's just there's a lot that's very possible. That's why I'm so happy to be here. Carolina, I had a question for you. There's one thing in the program that you think really helped? It could be a protocol, a strategy, a supplement. What's one thing you would like to highlight to someone else out there suffering, going, oh my God, I'm Carolina, what can I do? What would you say?
For me, I started seeing major results when I started doing the Candida cleanse. And Candida was a major problem for me my whole life, not only with ulcerative colitis, but was suffering a lot of that. So when I started, I told Arman, like, even with just one drop of doses, I started seeing results.
In candida, guys with candida, you're lowering sugar, you're trying to reduce this amount of fungus in your body, build back balance. It's proliferating from the colon up the GI tract, and when it gets too high, it becomes very, very inflammatory. I had severe candida. Arman had severe candida. This is very common in ulcerative colitis. Arman, what are a few things that you think made her really exciting, and what's one thing in her candida cleanse that you did that you'd like to highlight to anyone out there listening?
Well, I think in her cleanse, definitely a protocol I always like to go to with antipathogens specifically to treat that type of toxin is a combination of oil oregano with a Designs for Health product called Gemicrobex, which has a range of botanicals, black walnut hull, berberine, caprylic acid. But I think that combination is phenomenal just to kind of treat yeast, treat the fungi, candida albicans and candida. So, you really get a good broad spectrum antimicrobial regimen for that. And in her case specifically, I mean, like she said it, with just one drop, she definitely saw that relief. So I think, it doesn't always happen, but we hit the nail on the head really fast, quickly.
Yeah.
Right. And that's great. Yeah.
Well said, Coach Arman. Guys, just remember, though that's advanced aggressive protocol, you need to do that under supervision. If you do that incorrectly, you will get worse. You need to know what you're doing. Arman did that under circumstances and built the foundations for Carolina before considering to attack that candida head on with an antipathogenic like that. So amazing. Carolina, I'd love, if you have any last words of advice. I know Spanish is the mother tongue. You guys spoke in this. Any last words of advice you would say to anyone out there who is suffering, needs hope, feels like ulcerative colitis is the end, they're not getting the kind of support they want in different countries around the world, such as Colombia? What would you say to them?
En español no hay casi nada de información sobre curar la colitis ulcerativa o sobre manejarla de una mejor forma. Y yo creo que este es uno de los pocos programas que en serio ofrecen no solamente una esperanza, sino que una esperanza basada en ciencia. Que tu médico te diga que no hay nada que hacer no es verdad. Al final, yo creo que si hay un momento específico para para tomar la decisión, es ahora, porque el efecto compuesto que puede tener esta enfermedad en tu vida es demasiado caro. Entonces, pues a todas las personas que estén en español, que hablen español, que tengan colitis ulcerativa, Crohn disease, en serio, es una invitación a que se unan al programa, porque a mí me cambió la vida. That's it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Arman, any last words of hope for anyone out there?
In Spanish?
In Spanish, yeah.
Bueno, estoy de acuerdo totalmente con lo que dijo Carolina, como ha dicho ella, pues al final hay mucho contenido sobre colitis ulcerosa y Crohn's disease y la enfermedad de Crohn's en español y en castellano, pero hay oportunidades y creo que es muy fácil pensar que como esto es una empresa americana que quizás no te puede ayudar si estás en Latinoamérica, si estás en España, en cualquier otra parte del mundo. Pero al final, si tienes esa productividad y eres capaz de realmente invertir en tu propia salud y también descubrir distintas formas de poder realmente averiguar qué puede pasar, pues entonces es posible. Y creo que la historia de Carolina, igual que la mía, que lo hice yo en España, que realmente se puede hacer a pesar de donde estés. Si estás en España, si estás en Colombia, si estás en cualquier parte del mundo, hay muchas cosas que son posibles. Y creo que este caso es esto. Nos ha enseñado Carolina que es posible hacerlo.
Thank you, guys. Healing's possible.